All right, let's see if we can get this stuff mounted. Wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. Let's see. Oh, crap. Yes, I'm aware the table turns. It just doesn't turn that well with this gigantic monstrosity on it, so it's just easier to do that way. Really, the only reason why I got it on it is because it's too big to fit on this little table and it sits at an angle. Is this motor even going to mount up to this? Just freaking barely. I don't know if you can see that or not, but don't know. We're going to see. We're definitely going to try. Yeah, this motor's only getting 2 screws in it. I'm going to have to print a new mounting plate. And drill the correct size holes and stuff in it, because that's just way off. Question is, where's the gear that goes on it? I don't think this is the correct gear. Definitely not the correct gear. All right, well, we can't look around forever trying to find this gear. I'm going to print a new one that fits this motor shaft, and then we'll be back to finish this install. All right, attempt number 3. One with the set screw. I did a spin up here in the shop on the desk, and I don't know how it did it, but it did all that, burn it out. So that helped, but it didn't help. Then I got this weird idea. And so I ordered a ring and pinion gear. And I decided I was going to take that pinion gear and melt it into the gear. That's going to give it some really good grip on this plastic gear, and I don't have to worry about this stupid center hole messing up or worrying about this dumb set screw, because the pinion gear has a set screw in it. And then we're just going to tighten it down like normal. And hopefully this solves the problem. Now, I do realize that if I strip this or something, this is going to be a pain in the ass to get out. But at this point, I'm not quite sure what else to do. The gears in this transmission are enormous, and I don't think I could find metal gears that big. So as of right now, this is what we got. We'll check back in with you after we get it put on and see what happens. All right, so we need to first take the receiver out. Unplumb these wires. And then this plate that I put in, we're just gonna cut the glue. Oops. Just a mounting plate for everything. And now you can see we have full access to the motor mount, where it's going to go, all in here. I think instead of putting all this glue on here, I think I'm going to take and maybe mount some magnets on each end and then have that where it magnetizes in, you know, instead of glued in. That way it's much easier. You've seen earlier trying to go from the side to get to this motor is a pain, but this way, so much easier. There's so much more room in there. All right, well, I guess now we'll wait for that to print. There's nothing else we can do on this until then, and we'll get back at it. Put this plate on here. We're just going to let that sit there for the time being. Let's see what we can do. Just to see what happens. Why not? We got a charged battery. Tell you what, that's a hell of a freaking tight fit. Okay. We need to turn that off. So I'm stupid, and I hooked up the throttle to the steering. Let's try that again. See if I got it right. See if I can get you guys a better view of this. Whoa, okay, it's definitely reversed. We can fix that. That's not a big deal. Holy crap. Proof of concept, it runs. This great big motor actually does what it's supposed to do. This is freaking awesome. Yeah, glad you guys were around to see that. I am going to figure out my throttle issues, front, back, figure out my directional issues, do some programming on the controller, bunch of boring stuff nobody really wants to watch. That was freaking awesome. We'll be back when I got all that done, and we will take this thing out for its very first test drive. Until then.